Well, hello there, and welcome to a brand new campaign on the Last Kingdom mod for Medieval 2 Total War: The Wrath of the Norsemen. We did a test run yesterday with this faction here, Ragnar Lothbrok's Danish Vikings, and I'll show you when we get onto the actual map as well. But these are just too easy. You get all of the interesting characters, you get far too many units. So we're going to... The faction vote clearly stated they wanted... The two winners were Ragnar and the West Norwegians. So we're going to stick with the Viking theme, and we're going to be the Jarldom of Gotland. Now we're going to do a bit of role playing here today, which we'll explain once we get into the map. We're going to be playing it on very hard. We're going to be playing with all the cities. We're not going to show the CPU moves, and we're going to be playing with no battle time limit. So without any further ado, let's just make sure this all gets going. This is a message that's if you play as Normans, which let's just get just so we're all aware what this message means. Down here, if you play as these people with their capital of Rouen in France, you get the option once you take Paris, Cherbourg and Caen to become Christian and become the Normans as we know from history, or you can just stay as a Viking faction. So that's what that message means. It's just reminding you to change it. What we're going to do, we own bugger all. We are pushed up against it. Danish capital's there. We've got the big Danish. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Danish territories right next to us. And all of the Danish army is knocking around in Colchester and with Ivar the Boneless, and there's Ragnar Lothbrok himself. What we're going to do is we're going to role play that we are upset by the incursions of the Danes to our south. We're at war with them, you see. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a landing spot. We're going to pick a brand new country, and we're going to set up we're going to set up home there. Now we've got one or two options. We can go to Canterbury down here, which I think is probably the most intelligent. We could go to Lincoln, which is a better city. Now the historic city that the Vikings set up in is York, and that's making me think we should actually head to York, Yorvik. Or we can try and see if there's any rebel territories. Dumfries is a relatively large, or we could just be the Vikings of the Isle of Man, and we could go island hopping. We've got a full Norse snack there, so that's going to cause a problem for Scotland. The Norwegians are already in Dublin. And you've got Ryskamel as well, which is where you can find the remnants of the palace of King Arthur. So there's quite a few tactics. I think, if we're honest, because we're Viking, we're going to go for, I think, York. I think York makes the most sense. York is the iconic capital of the Danelaw, and it puts us right in amongst it, and I think that's where we're going to go. So there's my plan. We've laid all of our plans, and all we need to do now is move everybody down.
My lord.
We're going to have to build an army. These are rubbish, by the way. We've got some archers. These can make a shield wall, so they'll be our anchor. These are what? 1 and 3 for defense. Attack 1, attack 7. So we'll leave him there. We
Hail, my king.
We don't want to lose these territories just yet.
Order.
We're going to bring everybody over.
We'll make camp here.
Is there anyone? We can't build anything either, so that's a bit upsetting.
Hail, my king.
So we're going to spend our time recruiting anything of use. Can you
Command me, sire.
recruit something? Yeah, we'll have 2 of them.
Marching, sir. Hail my king.
So if we just look at our family tree, it is just the king, Galtricker. What we're going to do is we're going to simulate our own little Viking invasion, and we're going to end up, hopefully, with York. York is a
My lord.
key settlement for the Vikings in
Hail my
Britain.
king. Yes, my liege. Sire. Fleet ready, sire.
But a
Hail
bloody
my
large
king.
naval fleet. We're not going to be needing that much time soon.
My lord.
Also, this marks the beginning of the new recordings. Now, I've got a couple of videos lined up. It takes me up, it's the 19th of August today. And I got a couple of videos that are lining up, or probably up to the 1st of September as I finish off the original campaigns. That's why I wanted to start a new campaign. Now this, you see, this is the scripting Vikings who come from Valhalla, which is a region up here in the north, which you can't get to. And this is why I was a little bit... I kind of wanted to play as one of the British, because you do get these turning up every sort of sporadically as they raid where they historically turned up over the British Isles. So that would be quite cool. But we're trying to just branch out with the number of mods that we're using now on the channel. So we've got DAC, we've got stainless steel.
We'll make camp here.
What we're going to do
Hail
now is
my
make
king.
our army.
Hail my king. My king.
I'm going to take these fellas.
We're
The
combining,
mercenaries
sire.
are probably one of our best units, actually.
Yes, sire.
4
Combining
and 10,
forces, sire.
whereas these are the actual Vikings, 7 and 12, so we'll take him as well.
Joining forces, my lord.
I'm going to... What are these? Rekka! Oh, they throw javelins, that's cool. Have you got a unit of Rekka?
Sire.
No.
My lord.
So we'll take you. And these are our aggressive units, including the generals. These are all going to be infantry units. The only ones in the game that get horses are the Celtic nations. So we'll pop you in there as well.
Sire. Combining forces, sire. Orders.
How many archers do we have? We have 4, 6.
Hail my
So we
king.
could do with 2 more of those shield. There you go. That.
By your command. Orders.
We're going to send everyone across in the main fleet,
Combine ships ready.
which will be these.
Fleet ready, sire. Leaving the fleet. Hail my king. Sire. Orders.
And then everyone else is going to join up and go on the secondary fleet. So off we go. We're going to York. Now, we're not too fussed about losing our home territories just yet. We fully expect Denmark to come north. They are far superior. What we're trying to do is set up the Dane law, but we're going to have it as the Swede law. These are all good for garrisons, so we'll send them as well.
Aye, sire.
Here we go.
Yes, sir. Full sail. Ships ready. Set sail.
So we lose 500 to go. Not too bad.
Aye, sire. A fine day to ships
Now, I think
ready.
if you go back into history, I think the Swedes typically went east, down the rivers. Also, which you can't do on this game because the map stops at the very, very bottom of Sweden, so you just can't
Fleet
get there.
ready, sire.
Now, this was a failed invasion. They didn't get through, but we're going to get through because we have Swedish might.
Hail my king. Yes, my liege. Ships ready.
Now, we probably don't want to attack them just yet.
Aye, sire.
Up you come.
Set sail.
But also, it could just mean that that Viking stack decided not to engage and just because it will spawn there and put the city under siege.
We are not
They've stuck a whole army there.
my king.
He's got married. We've had a baby, a little baby. And it's a woman. Now, we don't really care about the sort of lineage of everything. What we're trying to do is you get the chance to build up
Hail, my
interesting characters in this version.
As you will, my king. To battle.
York will be mine.
Laying siege, noble sire.
Now, do we want to starve it? It's only 4. I think we're going to starve it out to give us the best possible chance. Now we're losing 600, so can we get rid of 600's worth of ships? What are you? 200, 350, 450. So if we disband that whole fleet, we should be in profit.
Ships ready.
Also on this, you get 200 for winning a naval battle, which is a nice touch.
Yes, my lord. Engaging the enemy fleet.
That kills their reinforcements that were in the ships. We didn't even lose a single one.
Blocking access to their port, my lord.
See, now we're on minus 18, so we would pop you in the trees.
We'll make camp here, sire.
As we look to take our new capital, this will be quite quick. We'll just 13 profit to go. Woohoo! The raid Strathclyde. There you are. And they've raided somewhere else. They've raided, what's that? The Orkneys. So that's who would be an interesting. This translates into the O'Neills. O'Neill is a common surname for the Irish. If we just have a look, they were the Yellow faction. And they've been completely gazumped. They owned this one at the start, and they owned Donegal as their capital. So they've been betrayed by their Irish kin, and they've also lost an engagement with the Norwegian Danes. These are the generic ones, the ones that will be scripted to invade various places as we go. Where did that army go? Because maybe they just lost the battle. Hey ho. That's the last time we'll do Toggle Fog of War on this as well. It's just because there's things happening. And we've taken York without loss.
God be praised.
Bang a few heads.
He has granted us victory.
He shouldn't really be saying that because we uphold the old gods of Thor. Ooh, Gautar. Now he can become the governor of York.
Hail, my king.
If we give you some men as well, there
As
you
you
go.
wish.
Now, first things first, on our new capital, let's set it up as the capital. There you go. We're going to need Viking culture. And these are now going to rebel. That's fine. We don't really mind. Should have got the spy across. Let's go get him.
With discretion, sire.
Oh, actually, if
I
he
have
just
spent,
walks down to
sire.
Calais, we can
I
get
shall
him
continue tomorrow.
and get a bit of maps
I
as
shall
well.
continue tomorrow, sire.
So,
Hail, my king.
where do we want to go? It's by no means an elite
Honor,
army.
sire. Yes, my liege. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
We're not at war with
Hail, my
Mercia, so
king.
let's go north.
Yes,
Let's
my
make sure we watchtower all
We
of
shall
our territories.
continue
What's
tomorrow,
this?
my liege. Hail, my king. Hail, my king.
If we
Yes, my
could
liege.
build one there as well.
Yes, my liege. This
Oh,
tower
that's their
will
capital.
keep vigil over the land. Hail, my king.
See, that's the Danes for you. Oh, full stack at Winchester. So actually, we're just getting you to come
Of course, sire.
out of Sweden across the
I am
land
spent,
bridge.
sire. I shall continue tomorrow.
come and fight me, you coward?
Ooh, these have some decent units actually. They've got horses. Horses are incredibly rare on this.
Hail, my king! Yes, my liege.
This is mainly
Yes, my
sort of an
liege.
infantry
This tower
focused.
will keep vigil over the
mod.
lands. With honor, sire.
Aye, sire.
If we can just sail and
Set
get a bit
sail.
of map as well, that'd be lovely.
Sire, the fleet cannot sail there. Can't plot that course, sire. Why are you addressing me?
Just for fun, mate. Right, so we're fully committed to having... Did I not build anything? Oh, that was a bit stupid. What we need is the culture to improve, so... We're not going to want that, I'm afraid. We're going to want a bardic circle, so we can build our version of a priest. But what we're going to do...
Hail, my king! By your
is-
will, sire, we
Let's just
shall
auto-resolve
engage.
that. Can't be bothered to fight rebels.
Glory, honor, victory!
Anyone completely
Hail, my
knackered?
king!
No, we'll go. And we're
By
going to
your
go for
will,
Durham.
sire, we shall engage. Making camp here, noble sire.
If we take Durham and York, we have two of the finest cities in Anglo-Saxon England. We might as well just put you on high taxes. We don't really care.
Aye.
Where to, sire? With discretion, sire. Of course, sire.
Hail, my king!
Or do we want Doncaster? No, I'm going to stick with it.
Yes, my liege.
Osbert. Now the king
As
is
you will, my
Ayla.
king.
Ayla is
To
the
battle.
one.
Laying siege, noble sire.
We're coming in as well. Nothing you can do.
We shall prevail in this
King
siege,
Ayla
sire.
is the one that killed Ragnar Lothbrok, starting the great heathen armies or rampage through Britain. But the thing you got to remember as well, the way he killed him, if you believe what you're told, is by throwing him into a pit of
Exhaustion, sire.
venomous snakes. Oh, the Danes are going for Lincoln. And now that makes perfect sense if you not really from the British Isles. We don't really have snakes that can do anything. We've got adders. I think he was actually claimed that he was thrown into a pit of adders. But they're bee stings. They're not.
Hail, my
It's not
king.
like we got cobras in this country for him to get through. Right, what does the factioner have? He has Huskarls. Housecarls are the
By your will, sire, we shall
strongest
engage.
Anglo-Saxon forces. He also gets Karlgur. These are their bog standard ones. Fettelmund are your sort of... Are they slightly better than these? Yeah, the Curl Gumrick and the Ferd are the sort of lowest tier farm sorts. It gives you gotta be, because of the icons, this isn't a fully completed mod, but you gotta look at the actual descriptions of what they are. Anglian freemen armed with levy armed with spear and seax. They must use cunning and group tactics to stay alive, which means they expect to die. But we're going to be taking Durham out. For the
Muster
king!
your courage, men. We march into battle.
And also, what we're going to do is we're going to try and create the actual Danelaw, and we're going to rename. I think we'll call this series of videos for the campaign the Swede Law. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to have archers, unless you're Wales. Archers are rubbish, by the way, just in case you're interested. Right, let me in. We would like the archers to be able to fire, but we'll see if we can get them onto the ridge. Now they went for a lot of realism in this mod as well. They've gone for the idea that actually you would fight thousands upon thousands and you wouldn't normally decimate the other army, would you? So what they've gone for is without cavalry, you won't lose as many men, is what I'm trying to say. So you end up having quite close engagements. The shield walls do last for a very long time. We still can't fire. That is how poor our archers are. If you could run. So a lot of the times on the UI, you won't be using this bit to show where the units are. You'll actually use this to show where the gaps in your line are. But we won't need that because it's a siege. Ah, right, we're firing. That's good.
Is in place. It'll not be long.
Do feel free to let me know. I'm hoping this microphone, and I'm now using actual software rather than just the. I've been using, I think it's the Xbox bar that I've been recording my videos on since. What are we? We're in August, so we're doing it for 8 months now. This channel, and hopefully, what you're going to feel is, and you're going to write rather than your microphone's crap and I can't hear a thing you're saying. Hopefully, you're going to go, my God, what a fantastic voice you've got. I'm really, really, really excited to watch this campaign, and I'll be very bashful and say, don't worry about it. Thank you for saying all those nice things. Is how I'm hoping this all goes. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put you in a shield wall, and we're just going to sort of run you in. Oh.
My lord, we've breached our enemy's walls.
But we breached the walls right at the wrong time. You good? Can we not? Right, there's the 3 holes. In fact, let's not bother with that. Let's just charge it. In you go, friends. What have we killed? We've killed 6% of them.
Our soldiers have proved their worth.
And that's
today.
the general there, the House Skulls.
Belong to us now.
Might want to move these up a little bit so they still have an impact. These are your actual Vikings, these ones here. You can see they look like what you expect them to, but we've only got 60. And then these are sort of your lower tier but still quite good. In fact, let's just check that. 4, 10, yeah. So these are your mercenary Vikings, whereas these are your proper ones. And then you got your heavy herdmen down here, which are 21 defense and 9 attack. They are badass. So we're going to push through. Where are you going? He's running away. Right, we need to give them a bit of a helping hand here, so we're going to move up our heavy infantry. Although it says that the Ferengi is the light infantry, we're going to move them up. Oh, if you can throw javelins, you can throw them. Let's see if we can whittle them down with some arrow fire. We've got lots of these sort of, we've brought these are low class and they're just going to form a shield wall for the first couple of battles as we make our little country. And we've got plenty of spares sitting in York, so we can actually retrain these ones. The other ones are going to be a little bit more challenging. Can we all shoot the 3rd? These are rubbish. That's what we would like to hit. Okie doke, in you go. Let's send in the king and his son. Well, he's not his son. It might be, he's just a friend. Very much need you to push through. Let's put these in shield wall and let's give them a bit more mass. Whoosh, men! Let's just do that. Run! Push them out the way. Here they come streaming through, ready to do the right thing. We've got one unit to clear on this left flank. And it looks very much like that shield wall push broke them. That's good news. Right, now we're going to put our actual infantry into shield wall. We're going to send everybody else around the sides. We get the archers in as well. They're probably not going to have enough range to actually hit the ones up there. But we'll see. This will give us two of the great cities, York and Durham. Let's get them to run. Really? You think you're going to lose that? Huh. What are we on now? They've lost 34%. Whoa! And again, we're not going to keep these for very... Hopefully, we're not going to keep them for very long. We're going to... Oh, whoops. Where are you? If you could come up here, and then you could throw your little javelins. Get the shield wall and push them out the way. Hack them down, men. Bloody love Vikings. And again, I understand why Vikings won the vote on the community pad, on the tab. But I think the actual point of this mod is to be one of the Anglo-Saxons or the Celts. And you have to deal with the Viking invasion itself. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What we need is, because we're now losing an awful lot of those, we need to get through these first. And then the two generals are going to take that unit and we're going to slam into the back of the third. Probably take you all off that, it seems like you're dying. How many left? There's 17 of them. Stabbed him in the back. See, one of them's breaking. But we are Vikings and we are here to colonize. We are no longer raiding. Right, let's send everybody this way. And let's send the general and his mate this way. Kill them all! Lots of them are breaking now. It's a shame. We're probably going to have some serious retraining to do. Maybe I've cocked this up. As I'm thinking about it. What have we lost? We've lost 37%, they've lost 54%. The benefit, though, is that we're going to be rich.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
We've nearly lost half of ours as well, though. That's where the problem lies. Doing something over here that means that we can now fire our arrows. Beautiful.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
See if we can save some of those routing troops. Not sure though. Look at all the dead. Is that the... house girls? There they are. House girls? Literally means house man. Oh, there's some people down this alleyway. It's just third, we're fine. What we need is for you to come up and then we can start. We'll take them out. No, we need to target some of the house girls. Where have they gone? That's who we're after. We're starting to take some quite.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Our leader lies slain on the battlefield.
Well, our king's dead. Whoops. So it doesn't really matter, right? Let's target the house girls with our archers. Galtrekir has died. Disappointing. He was no true Viking. Well, he is. He's now in Valhalla fighting and drinking and shagging all day.
We're under attack!
As long as the other one doesn't die, we've still got 2 family members, and that's good. This was a brave decision to come to the English, well, to the north of England, rather. Right, what we could do that makes you a little bit more effective is if we run you all around here, and we shoot into the back of everybody. We need to kill the heir of Northumberland. Who exactly want you to kill the housecarls, mate? There's only 16 of them. Now this is going to be an interesting campaign because
Our men
we've
are winning the
wasted
battle. If we continue
all
like this,
of
we will
our
smash
troops.
the enemy.
So we'll have to see what we're actually able. Oh, my mercenary Vikings have gone as well. We're looking at shooting you in the back. Here we go. So we won't lack for archers. We could do with actually whittle down that side. Brave decision to take the 2 northern cities of Durham and York. Kind of idiotic now with hindsight, but don't worry about it. We've lost 60%. Hurrah. As soon as he's dead, this will be
Good
won.
tidings. The
There
enemy
you
general
go.
lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
And that now leaves us with what? We've got 5 units of infantry, that's it.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue
Not
and
sure
valor.
it was that clear. Look at them. We've taken the town. We lost 1,200 men. That's what I mean. Basically, look at the difference when you got the heavy infantry. But that basically sort of sees how difficult life is going to be when you don't have cavalry, you don't have siege, and archers are kind of the domain
settlement has fallen.
of...
Take the spoils of war.
So we're now making 6 grand. Archers are the domain of the Celts. Right, we've built Yorvik, and we can now start producing... These are Irish Viking spearmen from Dublin. So we're going to build a skald. And this is cool. This is the beginnings of being like the Duke of York and Westminster and things like that. The Earl of York is what that says. And it gives you various personality traits. And we're going to build... They're rubbish. They're rubbish. They're kind of what we've got. These are our best troops at the minute. So we're going to increase... This is just a big pile of rubbish where you can throw things away neatly, and then we're going to get some hot springs for health. We're going to increase our population. We could perhaps do with a diplomat. Maybe we could talk to Northumberland. And he has gained the kingship. Of what? Of Rijafilki. Okay. Whatever you say. We're going to get the population bonuses. He's a great warrior. So he's already making a name for ourselves. That's what we need. So, first episode, we've killed off the faction leader. That's standard for this channel. If you don't believe me, go watch the Brie episode 2 where we killed off every single person that I'd heard of. Probably going to need one down there. Ah, we can retrain the Vikings then. That's a good thing. And then we're going to send these rubbish people.
Yes.
I'm going to have to regroup, and maybe we're going to be looking at Doncaster in the next episode. But all in all, we've got a little country developing here in the north of England. That's quite nice. We just need to now develop a force that can defend it.
My king. Yes. Nothing shall escape your notice in these lands, my lord.
He's the king. He's a night fight. He's already... He's already making it a very... All of the... You get really cool traits and ancillaries on this game. Really cool. Get a bit more money. What are we making? 600 a go. It's not a lot, but we've got some in the bank.
Yes, Your Highness.
So 1%. We're going to need more at the minute, but we can't do much about it. Hopefully now we're not got a border with...
You have little to fear from us, Senor.
The son of Ragnald Myrjal comes to an age. He is a promising large lad who became known as Gongi Hrufir because of his huge size made it impossible to ride even the largest horse. The noble families normally watches this man with interest. I think that is the origin story for Rollo, who should become Duke of Normandy.
Tomorrow, sire.
Capital of who? of the East Frankish Empire. Right, we need to make Viking culture a thing. Whilst you can... Oh, I've already got a barracks. 6,000 to improve. Build a sacred grove. We've got to start getting our Vikingness and our identity up.
Orders. Marching, sir, my lord.
That's good.
Yes.
And then he can join up and we can
Move.
start merging what is left. Let's see if we can just sort this out. Ah, good. So we can retrain these as well. Should have a diplomat.
Your orders, sire.
Let's see if we can get a peace
You
with the
expect
Danes.
us to be happy to see you?
We'll take that.
Of course. Goodbye. It has been a pleasure.
And this is, I mean, 16 turns in and they've already made a country out of East Anglia. That's why being Ragnar is a bit simplistic.
Yes, my lord. Without question, sire.
Probably going to need
Yes,
to see if we can get a little bit of a ceasefire with Northumberland. Now we've taken their two principal cities. Northumberland is born out of the marrying of the crowns of Durham and York, and this is what becomes Northumberland. Their capital's up here somewhere, the Bannockburn. Which, if you watched the BBC series The Last Kingdom, is the famous last battle where they finally get rid of the Danes, or the Vikings more specifically, from and end the Dane law. Right. We're just going to build a couple of things and then we're going to be on our jolly way. We're going to have a colony. We need the culture to be better.
My king.
So these can come out.
Yes, yes. An order.
If we go there,
Leaving the army. Hail, my king. Ascend as you command, sire. Yes, sire.
so we do have some forces. We can probably get some experience for our awful archers as well. Right.
We suspect you will waste our time.
Would you like a ceasefire? No, this is the problem with being
No.
a Viking in the
Meeting
north of
was
England.
worse than fruitless.
So not too shabba-do. We're going to leave it there for after once we've built some things in this episode. Can we now build a school? Yes, we can. And we're going to... Oh, we need something for public order. Is that you? 5%? You don't give me anything. Happiness. We'll take that.
Orders.
Might as well hide you in the trees,
you wish.
actually.
Entering woods and preparing to act.
Ships ready.
Alright, let's go all the way around here so we can see what type of a
Yes,
mess.
sir. Full
Yeah,
sail.
so they didn't actually kill...
Set sail.
Oh, the Normans have taken Canterbury.
Yes, sir.
They
Full
didn't
sail.
actually kill take all of the cities from East Anglia, they just regicided them. So if you come to Calais, that'd be nice, and we'll get you...
Sire. Of course, sire. Approaching quietly.
Sire.
Can probably... Yeah, that'll make it a little bit quicker. Can't we just do that? Share the experience out. Okay, so we're going to leave it there for the first episode. We have taken the Svedlor, as we're going to call it, and we're going to call the playlist. Do let me know if who you'd like to see on this mod. I suggest one of the original Anglo-Saxons or Celts. If you look at where we are, just because it's the first episode, let's have a quick look. If you look, Scotland is already dead. So Scotland would be quite an interesting one to go. If you look down here in Wales, Wales has been invaded by the Mercians, although Wales is one of the factions that gets cavalry, so they might be quite an easy bet. Northumberland, dead. East Anglia are dead. Northumberland pretty much pushed back now. Their capital is up here, so we might be able to take Manchester or Manchester and Doncaster, but that's Manchester and Doncaster to us. Nottingham has no men in. Ooh, but that's because I won't do that because I've toggled the fog of war. Down in the south, you've got Rouen. That is, are they at war? Let's find out. They're at war with the West Franks, or maybe they start at war, but they're going to be. That's probably why they've run away to southeast England. Over in Ireland, we've got Vikings bloody everywhere. Although they've been kicked out of Northern Ireland up here, and they've still got some rebel territories. Hopefully, it's set up to be a relatively interesting game. And we've got Mercia. Mercia and Wessex are the two great Anglo-Saxon nations in real life, so hopefully they'll put up a bit more of a fight. So do let me know. Any comments, any suggestions, any feedback are always welcome. And also let me know if the microphone, I've had to fiddle with some settings, and I'm using OBS to record the videos now, and for some reason there's a black bar on the side. I can't seem to get rid of that as well. So do let me know whether you better prefer the new microphone. It costs me money. But do look out. I'm going to record 3 episodes, drop them all together, and then hopefully that will create some interest in this mod. I apologise for not continuing on with Ragnar Lothbrok, but hopefully you understand my reasons. So we're going to leave it there for episode 1 on the Svedlaw. And do take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And goodbye for now.